really random video, but basically I am really stressing out right now because I am sending my resume to a recruiter who is looking at it tomorrow morning. We have a meeting scheduled at 10 a.m. They just let me know that they would like me to reformat my resume into a different format. So I'm going to be changing my traditional resume into a skills-based resume, which is completely different. And I'm really stressing about it, so I thought if I filmed it, maybe it would kind of help. So you can write a resume with me. Yeah, I've been kind of an emotional mess, not gonna lie. I think it has a lot of factors, but basically I'm just stressed in general about like the global situation and every day doing the same thing and not getting a job and having somebody review my resume. I really understand that it is like a really good thing and something that needs to be done, and it is a favor from somebody who's close to me, so that is like really nice. But I'm really nervous because I obviously want to make a good impression on them, and yeah, it's stressing me out a lot, and especially because I've never written a resume in the skills-based format, it's making me kind of nervous because I don't really know what I'm doing. However, I know that they're just trying to help me, and even though it feels like it's kind of criticism coming the other way, which is literally exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, I know that it's a good thing overall, but it is a little bit hard for you to like open yourself up like that because resumes are like pretty personal, so it is a little bit scary for me to be doing this and sending it off and like letting somebody look at it and tell you everything that's like not that good with it. But anyways, I was like stressing out and like crying on the phone to my mom. So I decided to change into comfy clothes. I put my hair up. It's a disaster. Don't even ask me about it. We lit a brand new candle, and we're gonna go through my resume together. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so first things first. The important thing to remember with a skills-based resume, it's actually quite a good format for people that don't have a lot of experience for what you're applying for, because it highlights all of your skills, and then you give examples based on how you've like done that in a work kind of environment, which is kind of what you're hoping to do in interviews usually, like but this way it kind of like highlights that right at the front, and then you just kind of list your experience and you don't really have to like talk a lot about it. So like you can talk about how you were like you were acting as like a leader in kind of like a leadership role, even if your official description like doesn't have like those words in it, so it kind of helps like highlight that. So I do understand that it is like important and good, and I think it will be helpful. It's just trying to rejig everything is a little bit scary, and especially because there is like a lot of pressure on me to like get a new job right now. It's like, yeah, just all together it's just been a mess. But anyways, I hope you enjoy my voice because I'm gonna be hearing it a lot in this video. So okay, so we're just gonna start by looking at all the skills that I have on my current resume and then trying to write about them, I guess, similar to how I would answer those questions in an interview. So we're gonna start with team leadership. Okay, so I'll just read out my skills for you. I have team leadership, customer service, strong verbal communication, quick learner, enthusiastic, and organized. And I'm gonna have to come up with examples of how I was all those things that are hopefully creative and helpful. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is just write jot notes down underneath each of those bold headings to try and say like things that I probably want to say. I'm also very nervous because my writing isn't like my strongest point. Like it takes me a while to get from like ideas of what I want to say right to like a nice way to say it and the professional way to say those things. I have very strong like verbal communication skills. I can explain things to people really, really well, and it's really easy for me to do that. But going the other way around is a bit more challenging for me. So we're just gonna write like I talk and then fix it today and tomorrow morning before my meeting. So, okay, team leadership. Okay, so something that I want to say is about how much I really like enjoy finding unique solutions to specific challenges, because I think that's really helpful. I have examples of that through my previous work, how I've tried to help find really unique solutions in terms of some of the problems that we were having at work that no one was really coming up with solutions for, and how that actually helped, you know, grow the company in a lot of ways. So I think I'll put that under team leadership. I'm just going to write that really roughly for now. Okay, one of my other ideas that I had, I believe I mentioned this on my channel back probably last year, but I did create a new dance program for my city, which was the combination of dance and judo technique, and we formulated this entire new pilot program, which was fairly successful. And it was a really interesting time, and I think that was beneficial to show somebody about being organized and being a quick learner. That was like, you know, created an entire program in a very short window of time, gathered interest, did budgeting, that whole part of creating a pilot program and running it for a couple months and just doing the whole thing completely from scratch. So I'm actually gonna put that under is that more organized, or is that more like quick learner and enthusiastic? See, this is my problem. I don't know what to put that under. I'll see which one I have least written for, I think. I don't know. This is sounding really rough, and the thing is like I don't know exactly where I should put these things, because a lot of these examples like can go in multiple categories, right? Like, 'cause in a way what I just wrote, yeah, I was learning quickly in order to do this, but by doing that action I was leading an entire team. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure exactly where to put that. Whatever, we're just leaving it till now, I guess. Okay. Okay, what's that word? Okay, so one of the things that I'm trying to put in there is, if you watched my video of when I went to Laos, I was there on a volunteer trip doing conservation work with Asian elephants and building schools for Lao children there, as well as teaching some English to them for a couple weeks. I really want to throw that in a couple different ways, and I want to say, like, you know, I showed like responsibility in terms of like organizing the team. Obviously I wasn't one of the main creators, but people did come to me with questions about like scheduling issues and like travel documents. I organized a lot of people's travel documents, made sure like everything was in order so we could like get into the country and stuff like that. So I want to kind of beef that up and say like I was the one that people kind of came to in that situation. But I'm trying to understand like how to write that, you know what I mean? It's kind of awkward, but I'm gonna put that in organized, just because I was like the stable figurehead that people would turn to, if that makes sense. This is literally how I work. Like, none of this makes any sense. I'm just working on it. Like, it's really, really rough at the moment, and we're just gonna power on through and pretend that it's fine and then fix it all tomorrow, because basically it doesn't really make any sense. Like, the words aren't coming together properly in order for it to sound like a smooth conversation in a short amount of like area, you know what I mean? It's so frustrating. Okay, moving on. This literally doesn't make any sense. I'm actually just rambling about nothing right now, but I'm trying to say, like, for customer service, one of the things that like sets me apart in a way is like trying to support new clients in their decision-making skills. So for example, when I went to Guelph and did that waste audit, the client was really confused on what they wanted. They like didn't really understand what we were doing. I don't think they really understood like what data needed to go into the like project outcome. One of the things we really had to work with them on is trying to say like, look, this is the information that we're trying to give you in order for you to make an informed decision later about how smooth your processes are working in this plant. So what we need to do is get clear and concise on what you want to receive out of this experience, and then how we can best serve that. This is what we've done in the past, this is what other clients have wanted, what part of that sounds like something you want to do, what part of that sounds like it's not what you want to do, like where are we, and then make sure that they feel comfortable with this decision they're making, that they have confidence in like our working ability and our knowledge in the industry, right? How the heck do I say that in one jot note? I literally have no idea, but we're gonna try. Conception, that's the word when you think of a project. Yes. Is that the word? Pretty sure it is. I think you can use it like that. That's fine, whatever. We're just gonna use it like that for now, okay? This is not what I'm looking to say, but whatever. That really makes no sense. So honestly, this whole video, like I'm writing stuff that just doesn't really make sense, and that's what's kind of like freaking me out about it, because I know kind of what I want to say, but I can't think of the example in like enough detail to like put it all in one job note to make it sound like I'm a leader. Does that make any sense? Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Looks like we have a little bit written for each heading now, which seems pretty good. I'm gonna keep plugging away at this, but I'm gonna time lapse this next little bit, and we'll see where I get to, give or take 10 minutes-ish from now. Okay, my dudes, so this is what we have so far. A bit under team leadership, a bit under customer service, strong verbal communication, quick learner and enthusiastic, and a bit under organized. These are not written very nicely, but I will fix those in the morning. At least we have some ideas down, and then I can get the rest of it done tomorrow. Thank you for writing this skills-based resume with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned. Actually, you probably didn't learn anything. I hope you enjoyed watching me stress out in this little random video of writing a resume the day before it's due. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. is my meeting, so wish me luck. I will kind of fix all of this tomorrow, but message for today is to relax and breathe. Things are not as stressful as you make them out to be. I always jump to the worst case scenario first and I just freak out right away, and that's really just for fun. Like, it's not what I need to be doing, it's just not true, it's not how I should be acting. So lesson of the day is, even when your levels of stress are really, really high, just take a deep breath, analyze the one situation. You understand that this is not a high stakes thing. People are just trying to help you. They're trying to offer their professional opinion, and it doesn't mean that they're criticizing anything that you've done. It really is just a way for them to feel good and useful and helpful and try and advance you in your career. So yeah, take all the help you guys can get, as much as it's hard to lower your pride to ask for the help and to accept changes and accept the fact that, like, maybe things aren't always perfect that you do. It's going to be worth it in the end. So yeah, thanks for sticking around with me. Just remember, even in these really stressful times, every adventure is worthwhile, and keep sharing your stories. Love you guys. Bye.